Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am really glad you're here, and if you have a compact tractor or even a subcompact tractor, you're going to be glad you're here too, because I want to show you this new piece of equipment made by Baumalight, designed specifically for subcompact and compact tractors. Baumalight is known for making really heavy-duty and high-quality forestry equipment for skid steers, for tractors. You've seen me demonstrate some of that on the channel here. In fact, I have the MP348 brush mulcher, which is really at the top end of what my compact tractor can handle. It really should be used on a bigger tractor, but it works on this tractor and it does a great job. But I know I'm pushing the limits of this tractor, and that's why it's important to right size your attachments to fit your tractor. And that's exactly what this new Baumalight Stump Grinder is going to offer for those of us with smaller machines. This is the new Baumalight Model 1P14 Stump Grinder, and it's designed specifically for compact and subcompact tractors. It weighs in at about 230 pounds, and the required PTO horsepower is only 15 to 30 horsepower. Now this Kubota B2601 produces 20 horsepower, actually 19 at the PTO. So it's the perfect fit for this size tractor. And I do have other stump grinders, one with a 24-inch wheel on the back, the flywheel, but this one has an 18-inch diameter cutting wheel, and that's going to make it easier for tractors with less horsepower to handle. And it's going to be great for smaller stumps. Like this one, for instance, is going to be about a 4-inch stump, 5-inch stump when I cut it off. This one is probably 8 to 10 inches when I cut it off at the ground. So we'll cut these off and we'll see how this thing performs. I was able to cut this one off pretty flush with the ground, but as you start to pull leaves and debris back, you see that we're up about 2 inches. So the stump grinder is going to make this nice to not have anything to trip over, or if we're mowing back here, we're not going to hit anything. So we'll just get rid of this stump completely. First, I want to clean off around it to make sure there are no rocks like this. And same thing with this one. This turned out to be kind of a double stump. Looks like I cut about a 2 or 3 inch tree down last year, and there's more debris. Get that out of there. And this one is actually probably about 5 inches off the ground. So we'll just clear all this out and we'll have a nice clean working area. Looking up close here, this stump grinder has 12 of these carbide cutting teeth, and like most, if not all, stump grinders, this is designed to grind the stump in the forward direction only. There are no cutting teeth on the back side. So this is going to be a matter of dropping this on the far side of the stump and then slowly driving over it, cutting probably an inch off at a time. Now, because of this rotating wheel, when the stump grinder engages with the stump, it's going to want to pull the stump grinder in the opposite direction. So as this is spinning, it's going to want to pull the stump grinder in that direction. So for that reason, we don't want to start on the far side here, because it'll kind of suck the stump grinder over and could stall out the tractor. So we want to start on this side over here and slowly work our way across. And just like that, that stump is gone. Just kick the dirt over the hole or rake it out, and you've got nice ground. Again, nothing to trip over, nothing to hit with the mower. That worked really well. So we're going to hit this one next, but there's something I wanted to show you that's pretty neat about this stump grinder. With my other stump grinder, which has the 24-inch wheel on the back, I have to be really careful when I'm dragging over the stump. If I put too much weight on it, it'll bog down the tractor, stall it, or engage the slip clutch. What I found with this one, because it's so much smaller and so much lighter, I can pretty much drop it down on top of the stump, because this is hinged here. If you see this, not terribly heavy. So when you drop it down, it just kind of hinges and rests on top of the stump, and its weight helps kind of push it down. So I like that I can just maybe not think about it as much. One issue with these and all 3-point stump grinders is you really can't see what's going on back there. But the more you do it, you get a feel for it, and it's not a problem at all. Now let's see how it does on the bigger one. Now, Baumalight did send this stump grinder to me to use here on the farm and to demonstrate on the channel for you, and to test it out for them too, for any feedback I might have. It is a new product, and I will give you my first impressions, and these are honestly totally unbiased. Here's what I like about it. I like the small size, and to be honest, when I first thought about getting this stump grinder, because I have the 24-inch, I thought, am I really going to need an 18-inch stump grinder? Am I really going to use it? But I thought, let me try it out and see what this is all about. So first impressions are, I really like it. Number one, because it is right-sized for this tractor. Again, 15 to 30 horsepower, you're getting down to a pretty small tractor, and it's great to have an attachment of this quality for a small tractor like that. I would use this on a Kubota BX or similar size subcompact in any other brand. It works great on the B series, which again is 19 horsepower at the PTO, but it just seems more forgiving. Like I showed you earlier, I can drop the thing down all the way against the ground, and it'll just kind of ride on the ground without stalling the tractor or slipping the clutch. So it's a lot more forgiving that way. You might have noticed when I hit a root in a couple places, it would just kind of bounce up out of the way. So it's a lot more forgiving. I think it's really great for the average homeowner, the one who has a tractor and a piece of property, but it's great. And I think you're not limited by the size. You know, you're cutting the stumps in small passes. So you could do a 12-inch stump, an 18-inch stump. It's just going to take you longer because you're taking it in small passes, but I don't think there's really any limit to what you can do here. You can cut down probably 6 inches deep under the ground so that that stump is completely disappeared. And I've tried to pull out small stumps in the past. Even like a 3-inch tree stump, you would think would not be hard to pull out. They're really hard to pull out. So this does a nice clean job. Stumps also take a long time to rot away. So this way, it's just out of your hair. So I like it a lot. I have to say, so far, I like it even more than I thought I would. So I'm looking forward to using this quite a bit more. It took care of these two, you know, they're medium-sized stumps. Again, maybe 8 inches in diameter. That bigger one, you know, as you get into the ground, it's bigger yet. So it might have been 10 inches underground. Anyway, it did a great job. I'm happy with it. And you can look forward to seeing more demonstrations here on the channel. I want to thank you for watching today. I always appreciate it. If you've not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel or followed on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, I invite you to join me. Thanks for being here. And as always, I look forward to seeing you next time.